Hey people, Intro here, 3v3, Katrine Purification Plant, blue team, of two Space Marine fellas, isn't it? Endymion with a Techmarine starts off in ranged combat, supports with structures and repairs, can also get a melee weapon going if he wants, in it. Alongside, where's he gone to? There he is, AlphaLegion and a Force Commander. A versatile front-end hero can bring offense, disruption and support for the Emperor, and this is the Black Templars. Elite scheme, with the questionable headgear over there. Alongside, rounding off the team is a Rise and a Plague Champion. Starts off with a damage of a time bolt gun, can get to melee weapons, debilitates enemies and supports allies, can also repair, and this is the Cogs of Vashtor. Elite scheme, I think recolored a bit maybe. On the red team, Night Stalker's got a Kommando knob, an infiltrating hero that shoots you, stabs you and blows you up. Orky style, begins with a twin nick shooter. Death Skulls elite scheme alongside Gigandy and a Ravener Alpha. A tunneling hero with great mobility, powerful offense and a bit of support, begins with a ranged weapon. Been a while since I've casted Gigandy, I think. Rounding off the team here, Piluco and a Lord General fighting in ranged combat, begins with a retinue, can add to the retinue throughout the game, bringing strong defense and support on the east side against that Techmarine. Got Tax in play, got Scouts in play, but there's a lot of lasguns going on, and a Sentinel, of course. On the west side, Kommando grabs the contested victory point. There's some Nurgle worship, bringing health regen into the Plague Champion's army. Got more Heretics into some CSM. Sluggers with Burners looking for a fight in the mid. Force Commander getting annoyed by Termagants, single Termagants, Shotgun Scouts coming in, and Tax coming in. Looks like the Force Commander soaked up all of the damage there. Stun Bomb. Uh-oh. It's going to stun the Sluggers. Trying to use it to deliver the Sluggers unharmed, I think. But they got harmed quite a lot. In fact, they may wipe. They do wipe. And those guys had their Burners, as we saw. That's where the Plague Champion can really help you out with this damage of a time bolt gun. Is so good for getting retreat kills on light infantry especially. He only does like, I think is it 23 or 25 or 26 or something DPS, like base, but when you add in all that damage over time stacking up, not sure what the potential DPS can be if it's all stacking on a single model that's kind of just standing there. Obviously it doesn't tick forever. I'm not sure how many stacks you can get on. Gigandy maybe straight into Raveners. Shotgun Scouts getting too close to many lasguns. And of course the bolt gun of the Lord General is pretty good. 20 odd DPS, I would think, I'm not exactly sure. Double Tax for Endymion. Double Kraken bolts can really threaten the Sentinels. No cover here though for him to use really. There's the double Kraken bolts. 20% more damage to heavy infantry armor, which is what the Sentinel has despite being a vehicle. These guys not looking for melee, hey? This guy doesn't have a stomp, but they just want to outshoot these guardsmen. And outshoot the Lord General who has to run. Derek and Nigel are down. These guys still here in the open. Didn't drop a model. Decent attrition play there from Endymion. Killed a bunch of models. Did not lose any. Here come the Shotgun Scouts. Is he going to lose his power though? Back to the west side. Commando's on the cap again. Has got his knife. Double shooters. There's some Darker. There's some Nurgle worship. And a turret going up in the mid apparently. From a Rise. Got double CSM now. Hormagaunt's trying to get in there. The turret is now in play. Nice wide firing up compared to the Techmarine turret. Doesn't seem to suppress as quickly or do as much damage. It seems to do quite poor damage actually from some interactions I've seen, but I'm not sure exactly what the numbers are. Maybe the damage falls off a lot quicker than the Techmarine's one perhaps. But it's nice having that wide radius. Assault squad coming in. Jump squad that's disrupt when they land, as you just saw there. Kommando doesn't want to fight them apparently because they have a bunch of backup. Plague Champion goes for the cap. On the east side, Sentinel just got the ground pound upgrade, gives it a bit more hit points, and it can stomp on the ground and disrupt nearby foes. Mastercrafted bolted in for the Techmarine. That's not going to help the guardsmen when they're trying to trade with the tactical marines. When they get their plasmas in tier 2, they'll do a lot better at that, assuming they do. Especially with Lord General support. It's got stabilizers in now. High powered shot suppresses him. Sentinel getting double repairs. And these guys aren't close enough to shoot. They're being outranged by the Sentinel here. 448 to 441 on the VPs. Can he pick off one of those Tax maybe? Look how inaccurate the Sentinel is. Shooting all over the gaff. Okay, the Lord General reinforcing his fellas. Sentinel goes in for a stomp. They couldn't stop it. Shotgun Scout's looking for a cheeky grenade maybe, but the Sentinel is detecting them as they try to sneak around. And he's going to be on the power again, Piluco. That gen, I think, could be taken down quite quickly. More attacks are here. Has not got Devastators in place. Looking for tier 2, it looks like. We do have Devastators from AlphaLegion after the Assault Squad. Oh, it's double Warriors for Gigandy. That's quite cool. Double Barb Strangler Warrior Brood. Let's see how that does. That's quite interesting. Boom, boom. Maybe it's better for them to fire at different targets if they can. If there's 2 different targets in range. They're suppressing the Devastators for now. Plague Champion trying to get into melee with them and tie them up. And he gets suppressed. Got some of those power armored elbows, which are very, very weak power armored elbows for the Plague Champion, unfortunately. With this comically low melee DPS. He runs off. Blue team digging in here with those Devastators their way. And Grenade Launcher Heretics can disrupt stuff. And a decent chunk of damage when they land those Barb Strangler shots, eh? If they hit all 3 Marine models, it seems to do a decent chunk. 448 to 384. Piluco with a full power bash. Wow. Devastators are here, but they're not pushing up. This is weird. There's no artillery spotters. Maybe he thinks they're going to get caught moving by the Sentinel. Or he just wants to wait for the attacks. But he can seize the power. Oh, wait. There are artillery spotters, you idiot. Right there. Didn't even bother looking at roster. And there's the smoke shell going in. Techmarine levels to 2 now. And from downtown, Assault Squad coming in. Of course, Commando's got his fancy shield. And big pushback against Piluco. Grenade was nicely done too from AlphaLegion. Can get on the power maybe. Does anyone have a flamer? No flamers. So it might be 2v1 against Arise. Commando's capping. Plague Champion does have the Mucus Discharge. Maybe we'll see that Plague Fist. Oh, it's the AlphaLegion splitting, I guess. Yeah, splitting. Which is a very, very good way to play a 3v3 if you're the mid play. If you can split well, it's a massive boon to your team. Gets the decap on the VP. Annoys some Tyranids. He's done well. And helped out his ally. And caps a wreck point there. Look at that. Trying to get the contested power. They have not pushed onto this power. Or maybe they got 1 gen. But it wasn't a concerted push. Techmarine's quite low. Devastators maybe should push up a bit. Oh, we got missile launcher in play. Endymion is floating and not going tier 2. Seeing those missile launcher shots should have, yeah, made him think about, hey, I'm not tier 2 yet. And have a look at his resources. Ravener Alpha's got the Synapse Aura for damage and a big old Tyrant Guard. And charge and break front lines and do some good damage. Scouts run away. Techmarine runs away. Oh, everything's running away. Just some devs and some tacks in play still. The spotters can disrupt. Oh, there's double tacks in play still. Frag missiles going in. Oh, it's a smoke shell, not a disruptive shell. Ouch, that guy exploded. 437 to 348 on the VPs. Just finding it hard to approach Piluco's army. These guys have plasma guns now too. So that's bad news for the attacks. Devastators came out a bit late. No Assault Squad as well. Goes tier 2 a bit late also. Now he needs to try and defend his power in Endymion. Back to the mid. Is this the same turret still here? Amazing. May go down now. Force Commander's in there buffing everything's ranged resistance. Can they get the Tyrant Guard down? Goes into shield wall mode. Melter bombs on it though. Still healing up. Shield wall gives it vehicle armor and health regen, which is why this plasma gun is now way less effective against it. It's out healing stuff for now. Oh, maybe not though. Devastators can pop the Vengeance rounds on. But they're not doing it. I thought I saw it for a split second. Down goes the Tyrant Guard. 4-1-2 to 3-4-8. Kommando on the prowl, level 1 with his sneaky infiltration kit. And his fancy knife. Burning down gens as well, isn't it? Double grenade launcher heretics, yep. And double CSM. It's quite a lot of ranged DPS. Especially when the Plague Champion's in there too, but he's back at base right now. Oh, and he's got a fist. So no more ranged DPS from him. And fetid armor's coming in. Not the armor of Pestilence. On the east side, Assault Squad trying to get some retreat kills. Scouts maybe looking for a grenade, are they? They may be too far. Yeah, I'm not sure if they could have thrown it. Maybe they could have. 3-8-8 to 3-4-8. VP's quite even, actually. Zone throw out for Gigandy in Tier 2. Assault Squad for Endymion in Tier 2. Not something you often see, but can really throw off your opponent if they get to Tier 2 and all of a sudden they have to deal with an Assault Squad now. In the mid, they're still trying to deal with this turret. Maybe they can get it now because the Ravener Alpha's in melee, the Kommando's in melee. This guy's got his Acid Splatter power weapon with some piercing splash on it. Quite fancy. And Rippers alongside him, who have got the Synapse Aura damage buff. Look at him. Look at him go. Stun on the Plague Champion. CSM run. Plague Champion doesn't afraid of anything. Wants to fight the Ravener Alpha. Really wants to get him. There he goes. In there with the Plague Fist and big chunks of damage. Gonna kill him if Gigandy's not careful. He's microing his warriors around, I think. Down goes the Ravener Alpha. I'm not sure why he used the Pestilence Strike there. But he did. Wanted to make sure he got the kill, maybe. 3-4-4 to 3-4-8 on the VPs. Very, very even. Of course, Kommando trying to take out the Weird Boy. Gets a good special, but he's also getting stabbed by a Kommando. So he's got the Sacred Standard now, so it's like a full support Force Commander, which is quite a good build. Passively buffing damage and also can buff defense with resist defend. So imaginatively titled, just defend. What is a zone throw up to? Trying to get a decap with a zone throw. Gets a good shot. Those guys died. We've got the Marco Zinchin. You guys got your, yeah, Thorax Swarm. See? Imaginatively titled. Plague Champion gets zapped, does he? Well, the Heretics are zapped right now. Level 3 Plague Champion backs off. The Kommando went down. 3-11 to 3-4-8. Sluggers coming in. Plague Champion goes in to meet them. Mistimes the Pestilence Strike to stun them, though, if that's what he's trying to do. And now he's just kind of hanging around. There he goes. Might get one on retreat. Yep, killed one on retreat. Going to rack up some XP now, this fella. West side may turn blue. Looters are here, though. Covering it with a big old death gun. AlphaLegion wants to steal the power. Meanwhile, on the east side, Techmarine is down, and this is getting decapped. And now capped, actually. Here's the Assault Squad. Death Company, fellas. It's pretty cool, isn't it? Jump. Guardsman. That should just win the fight, right? You'd think. There's a jump. Ah, but move. Countering a jump. The shotguns, and then they get stomped. Jumped a little bit early there. Needed to approach a bit more to make sure they could get kind of behind stuff. But easier said than done when there's a bunch of plasma guns shooting at you. 2-7-3 to 3-4-8. Yeah, needed a better approach play there. Endymion, but that was very tricksy with the move. Oh, now the Commissar's in with his fancy shield. Down goes the Sentinel. Nice assist from AlphaLegion. Popping the battle cry alongside that Sacred Standard buff as well. Really beefing up his Assault Squad to tear through the Guardsmen. These fellas with their Commissars now as well. We've got a full retinue for the Lord General. Awesome. I'm hearing Tyranids die. 2 Warrior Broods are still going, but now they're retreating off. Chaos coming in from an angle. Ouch. Weird Boy getting a very good shot there. What's the Kommando doing? He's just laughing. I don't know what he was doing there. Didn't seem to be attacking stuff. 273 to 348. Having to take their power back. Techmarine's back on his feet though, innit? What level is he? Halfway through level 2. Force Commander's almost level 4. Been pretty solid in the mid as Alpha Legion. What's the VPs like? Still pretty close. Less than 100 in it. Flash gets on the way for Night Stalker. Kommando grappling hooks himself back. And a Lehman Russ for Piluco. Kicking off again on the east side. Assault Squad trying to bully these guardsmen. Got a Melter Bomb. Don't have their sergeant yet, which I think is good for Endymion. Don't need to pay for the sergeant. They're easily winning these melee fights. I mean, it does make them tougher, I guess. So they can stay in the play longer. But I think it's a decent plan. And he delivered DPS quickly enough to threaten these guardsmen here when they have that stabilizer support. And plasma guns. Building a single piece of cover which can benefit several models there. And there's the spotter shell. Oh, the smoke shell. And there's the Vox operator calling in the teleporter beacon so they can all reinforce and push the power again. Really good IG play from Piluco. Using move, move, move to get on the power bash. There's no power there. Move, move, move does not lower your damage as well as like Eldar Fleet of Foot does. And it's AoE, it's really powerful. Level 4 Plague Champion. Doesn't want to fight the sluggers apparently. What's he going for? Oh, he's going for the flash gits. Much juicier target. Takes one out. That was a good chunk of XP. Can he kill a slugger? He can kill a slugger. He's having a grand old time over here for Papa Nurgle. What's this? Human Russ. The Pillory Tower. And a Neurothrope. Very good for dealing with large groups of especially heavier infantry, such as all these Marines. And how's the Ravener doing? Level 2 now has the reinforced chitin. Slows down units in a radius 6 by 50% whenever he gets hit. Pretty good. Also gives him 200 more health and some knockback immunities, which is quite powerful. Can he kill those Devastators? Oh no, he dies. Goes down the Ravener. Just as I'm bigging him up, the Curse of Indrid strikes again. Zoanthrope is quite low on health, but that has thrown that shield up. Those guys backing off, and Piluco's still on this power. Razorback comes out for Endymion. Gonna meet a Lehman Russ soon, though, I think. Where is the Lehman Russ? Gonna go west side. Oh, it's on the west side. So this thing is safe from it for now. Gonna get his power back, Endymion. What happened there? What blew up there? I don't know what that was. Maybe it was a spotter shell coming in, kicking off in the mid. There is the paroxysm from the Neurothrope, doing damage over time, percentage-based damage over time in an area. Paroxysm is a medical term, I believe, meaning like the sudden onset of symptoms, which is quite fun. Something like that, anyway. We've got some Vanguard veterans for Alpha Legion and some Terminators. It's like a big power jump pretty quickly. Those Terminators inspiring on kill. Makes a big difference, all stacking up with the Sacred Standard and the Battle Cries. And of course he can throw down for the Emperor buff as well from his global bar. That might be good. Especially for the Vanguard veterans if they can jump the Zoanthrope and or the Neurothrope. Which don't fare well against melee foes. Power is empty here. It is blue. Oh, Razorback is down. Oh well. What got it? Lehman Russ? Must have been Lehman Russes. There's 2 Vanquisher Lehman Russes here, which would have killed a Razorback so fast. Uh-oh. Disruption and Plasma Guns equal dead Devastators? Well, a couple of dead Devastators. The other fella gets away. Land Raider Phobos on the way now for Arise. Yeah, it might be time for Piluco to rotate a bit more onto this VP. Looks like the Commando's on it right now, though. A Carnifex on the field for Gigandy. Blue team are doing well on that west side, though. Good plasma cannon hit. Vanguard veterans going straight for these floaty boys. Can they get the Neurothrope down? It's getting it down. The Zoanthropes was so annoying in Space Marine 2 game, aren't they? Absolute bastards. So here they're really like squishy. Takes down the Neurothrope and the Zoanthrope. Amazing job for those Vanguard veterans Kicking off in the mid. Big firefight. Throws up that Commissar shield. And throws out those medical pack heals as well. And now he runs. Got overwhelmed by too many players there, Piluco. Terminators. Oh no, now they get an assault cannon, eh? Face to face with a Stranglethorn Cannon Carnifex, if I can speak. And here comes a rocket run. Big booms. Looks like they're targeting the flash kits there. Flash kits are heavy infantry, so they will have some piercing damage resistance, but they do so much of it, the Terminators. Oh, down goes the Carnifex. Last cannon doing work from back there. I didn't even realise. Was it just the last cannon that did all that? Yeah, there's no missile launcher. Oh, I'm lying. There's 2 missile launchers here on Endymion's tax. That would have had something to do with it. It was a triple cap, though, for the red team, eh? Land Raider Phobos is here with big old twin-linked las cannons on the side sponsons. It's also a demon, so you can worship it. Heretics are back at base right now, though. Do they both have aspiring champions? They do. Ravener Alpha gets revived by the Lord General. Quite a lot of heresy. Double flash kits for Night Stalker, and Ogrin's on the way for Piluco. Leman Russes are still in play. Not sure where they are. I think they're both on the west side, actually, looking at the map. I just got a shot there, look. 2-1 for red. Can the blue team get on one of these VPs? Getting down to kind of low VP levels here. Those double attacks are going to get, yeah, they're easily going to get outshot by the Plasma Guardsmen, especially when they have missile launchers that can't really hit the Guardsmen. Trying to hunt for those Leman Russes, I guess. Down goes the Force Commander. That increases the damage bonus from the Sacred Standard to 35% if you're close enough to it, which is not really at the moment. Silk Squad coming in onto the Guardsmen. Orbital Bombardment thrown in, which is not really hitting much. Oh, gets those Guardsmen in. Doesn't wipe them. Assault Squad may wipe, though. They do wipe. Flash kits getting big shots on them there. 2 full squads. Take champion using the Pestilence Strike to decap. Basically guarantees a decap, this thing, a lot of the time. He gets away. Maybe. Yes, gets away. There's some Nurgle Worship for the Phobos. Nurgle Worship gives you even more health regen for your demons compared to the other worships, which is handy. I guess you'd get 13.5. So I think by default demons would get 10, and Nurgle adds a bit more. 93 to 304. AlphaLegion wants Endymion to push against these gens and take him out. Carnifex on the way for Gigandy. Manticore for Piluco. Double Leman Russ has been used quite defensively so far. We'll see if they push on the Phobos at some point. There's a las cannon here, though, and the Phobos itself is a threat to those Leman Russes. Look at this beamy death gun getting shots, though, and a Rocks forcing it forward. 93 to 304. Flash gets targeted infantry. Took out some scouts there, I think. Kommando goes down, but he gets a shot on the Phobos and takes it out with that rocket launcher. 1-1 cap. Blue team down to 93 VPs. Did the Manticore get shots there? Maybe. I didn't see him. But I don't see most things. Warrior Brood trying to cap now. What level are you, Mr. Plague Champion? Level 5, he's done well. Getting flash kitted a bit. Can't push against this. Too much stuff here. Endymion getting power bashes with the missile launchers. Full bash. Gets him some levels and stuff. Very, very good. These guys decapping. But, oh, we got some Bullgrins here on the VP. With power mauls and those slab shields that they can electrify to suppress enemies. Force Commander's still down. How's the Ravener doing? Almost level 3. I love seeing melee Raveners. Triple flash kits for Night Stalker. Our red team going to rotate mid and push? Or is just rotating defensively here? I think it's just defensive. He knows Endymion's sniffing around somewhere. Endymion is waiting at the moment. I'm not sure. I didn't catch that chat message. Push the other side and take the natural VP, says AlphaLegion. They are focused here. Not at the moment. Aren't focused here at the moment, bud. This is Piluco going straight back to the east side. What is this? It is Terminators for Endymion. Immediately gets set upon by the Bullgrins and a bunch of plasma guns, though. And having missile launch attacks is not going to be useful. Bunch of shells coming in. There's the use your shield. It won't suppress the Terminators, of course, but it does give the Bullgrins extra durability while it's active as well. And it will suppress the attacks. Just gliding on through. Yeah, there's not a whole lot the Terminators can do against those Bullgrins, actually. They don't have their claws, which these guys can't get. You're going to get kind of messed up by them. Might need to get plasmas going for these attacks, or these Bullgrins are going to bully. As their name implies, I mean, it does have Devastators there. That's the one big weakness of the Bullgrins. They cannot break suppression. Which is the case for a lot of melee units. They can't break suppression on their own. Lord of General's now level 8, switches back to the shotguns. Kicking off, though, on the west side, is it? Some decapping Terminators here for AlphaLegion. We're down to just 3 units. Arise has got a tank with Markov Zinch for the las cannon. Getting good shots on the Thornback Carnifex here. There's another Neurothrope in play. There it is. Carnifex is backing off. Ripper's being annoying. Plague Champion going after the Neurothrope. Sends it packing. May go down. Does go down. Well played, Plague Champion. Can he get away? He may even get away. Oh, no, he doesn't. Lumen Russ says no. That tank has to be very careful about his double Lumen Russes. 21 to 304. Manticore strikes coming in. Gigandy not happy with his own performance there. The Neurothrope. Lumen Russ is pushed up. Not really anything here to threaten them that much, I don't think. Oh, this tank is coming in. That is a very risky move by that tank. Very risky move. It's on the rear armor. That's so risky. Got a couple of shots in, though. Risk paid off. Down to 21 VPs. The attacks here fast capping. Here's a las cannon as well. Setting up from Arise with the Markov Zinch on the Havocs. Zinch likes his las cannons in Dawn of War 2. Down goes the tank. Rocket Launcher Kommando is such a massive threat to vehicles. Here comes the third Neurothrope for Gigandy. Oh, Raven Alpha also went down in the mid there. Looks like Endymion is pushing that east side again, although the power has not been rebuilt. And he still has double missile launchers, so the Bullgrins can chase him off if they want to. Assuming they're still alive. Oh, they're right here. Piluco has a lot of units, so I can't actually see them on his roster. Termagant's trying to get a cheeky decap. Force Commander's not happy about it, but can he stop him? Throws up to defend. He's getting pummeled by the flash kit still. Yeah, he ran out of energy to power his defend, and the Terminators are getting decimated by the triple flash kits here. Look at that. No cap game. Red team will take the west side. What's this? That's Sluggers getting a cheeky decap. Well done. And a cap from the scouts this side. A single for blue. They're hanging in there. We have Heavy Flamer on the Terminator. It's very good against the Guardsmen, not so good against the super heavy infantry of the Bullgrin. Still needs a way to deal with these guys. Well, I guess the Devastators is the way to deal with them, but they're going to attract spotter shells and things. He's keeping them there to defend the power at the moment. Meanwhile, Piluco's pushing through the mid, maybe? No, he's going back to the east side. There's only one gen here, though. The Devastators are now reinforcing 2-1 against the blue team. Is this enough? I think this might be enough for the red team to get it. Assault Terminators are in for AlphaLegion. He's got regular Terminators and Assault Terminators now. Power on a formation. Not sure there's time to get a decap, though. The red team are going to take it with a 2-1 cap. And there's the victory. Flash kits are scary as hell. The third Neurothrope did survive. Endymion's Techmarine level 4 with Signum armor at the end and that Mastercrafted Bolter. Almost level 5. Force Commander down level 5. Plague Champion halfway through level 6. Got knocked on his ass by something. Oh, The 20 formation. That's a big knockback. Look at that. Kommando is level 7. Rocket launcher deadly as ever. There's Kaboom as well. Ravenet Alpha. Don't get to see the acid splatter very often, so I appreciate that. Level 3 and a level 8 Lord General on the east side. With those shotguns doing work, eh? That move, move, move. But there you have it, guys. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed this one. And I'll see ya next time.